Alright, here we go.
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence.
Whose voice is
The
that?
history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Teyvat.
It sounds robotic.
Dragon King?
KHAENRI'AH, maybe?
We were victims of the apocalypse. We also became the apocalypse itself.
KHAENRI'AH?
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
Oh, okay.
Can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
Oh, the enemy had like similar things to the Wanderer there. Okay.
Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land.
What are
by living
you?
on the heavens glow.
What was
Is
that?
there any way to avoid fighting them? Hey, wait!
Okay, we've got like a massive car. Okay. New boss, maybe? Hopefully it doesn't go underground or fly too much. A new mini boss.
And the world
Hey, Baizhu, okay.
a set of laws.
Oh, and he's got the slapping music. Let's get it.
A bitter pill to swallow.
What was his name?
Taking a
Oh,
turn
it's
for
like
the better.
Snake travels along enemies. What was this snake's name again?
Feast your eyes. Watch and learn.
Yes, Kaveh. Okay.
Sight clear.
The fact that he fights with his suitcase is so disrespectful, by the way.
The competition is heating up.
Oh?
And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
Characters fighting each other? Wait, what? A little tournament. Okay. Wait, do we have like a battle tournament between characters?
Nice.
Whoa!
Wow.
Awesome!
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Aguilar, and welcome to the Genshin
Huh.
Impact version 3.6 special program. Wow, I didn't expect we'd appear right after the trailer this time. I hope you all enjoyed that.
So,
Anyway, we've got a jam-packed
Ethan,
program
Nahida,
today,
Dory,
and
and
we even
Baizhu.
have more hosts than usual. So why don't we
What
go
a
around
setup.
and take a moment to introduce ourselves?
Sure thing. Hey everybody, it's so good to see you all again. I'm
Hey.
Kimberly Ann Campbell, the voice of Nahida. I'm so excited to finally be back and share new content with all of you.
Oh, well, if it isn't the renowned traveler. Hello, everyone. My name is Anjali Gunapaneni, and I'm the voice of Dory. Thank you for always
wonder what
supporting
we
the
are gonna
business
see,
of
though.
Lord Sangama Bay with your shiny Mora.
yes.
And I'm Sean Dury, the voice of Baizhu from Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Hey.
Are you experiencing any discomfort? And how many days have the symptoms persisted?
Yeah,
6
I'm pretty
days.
good, thanks, doctor. But I do have this problem where I am way too obsessed with my cute little chibi. Hello.
Aw, me too.
Yeah, I mean, I think all the
Anyway, I
chibis
am
are just
sure
so
a lot
good.
of our viewers have already seen our characters pop up in the game by now.
Yes.
True, yeah, you've all been a part of the traveler's journey at some point or another.
I'm still
That's
thinking
right.
about all
and
the
we'll
characters
be seeing
fighting.
everyone again to experience some new stories together in the upcoming version.
That's
yeah,
what
I
I'm
can't
interested
wait.
in.
Me too. I think we're ready to jump into some upcoming content, like, I don't know, one of our new playable characters in version 3.6.
Yeah.
Let me know if I'm saying this right. I think his name is Baizhu? Baizhu? Is that how you
Nearly
say
got it, yeah.
Real subtle, Sean.
Nice. I'm sure everyone's waiting to see which event wish the new characters will be appearing in. So,
Yeah, which
let's
order
get
are
to
they
our
in?
first redemption code, and in the meantime, everyone will also
First
be able to
redemption
check
code?
out some
Oh, shit.
details about the version 3.6 event wishes.
Sounds good.
What I want to know about Baiju's character. Oh, okay. So the first phase is Nahida and Nilu. Okay. I might actually try and pull for Nilu since I got really lucky on my Nahida pulls. And then phase 2 is Baizhu with Ganyu, and we got Kaveh in it. Thank you. With Baizhu, it looked like his snakes were like traveling across enemies, and we've got the new weapon. Okay.
When on the road,
Fine.
one should take ample time to pause and and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
Yes.
You're about to collapse, aren't you? The doctor will see.
What was his snake called again?
Taking a turn for the better.
Hey, he's smooth with it. Just.
Okay, that
Beyond
snake was
mortality.
awesome. Also, its design totally popped up on Baiju's shield.
Oh, I like that.
Changsheng.
Well, I'm
That's
afraid
the
of snakes,
snake's
but
name.
Changsheng sounds so cute.
Oh.
Yeah,
Fuck,
me
should
too.
it?
And also, random thought, but isn't Baizhu the first male character with glasses?
Oh, wow. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right. Personally,
damn.
I love his voice. Think it's amazing. Also, you can't go wrong with purple pants.
I'm not biased at
You
all.
really can't.
Mind blown.
You know what? Okay, let's
Never
talk
actually
about Baizhu.
realized it.
Baizhu is a doctor at Boo Boo Pharmacy and is skilled at healing his patients.
Love
His
that name.
abilities have helped Boo Boo Pharmacy make a reputation for itself in Liyue
Never gets
Harbor.
old.
But most importantly, Baizhu is a gentle and refined physician, and his heart is dedicated to helping the world. He tends to anyone who comes to Boo Boo Pharmacy seeking medical attention, regardless of their wealth or status.
Ah.
Hey, good on him.
Oh, I see. So he's that kind of doctor.
What kind did you think he was?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of thought he might be the type of doctor who does good things, but
Experiment
with his
on people.
own nefarious plan.
Yeah, with
You
his
know,
own
like,
special
I can
twist.
Save you.
But for a price.
I guess he just seems kind of mysterious like that.
Well, I give your imagination some credit, but sorry, he isn't quite the suspicious doctor like you imagined. In fact, he's actually a trusted physician among the people of Liyue Harbor. Everyone prefers to go see Dr. Baizhu, no matter how serious the problem may be. But even though he works as a skilled physician, his own condition isn't so great.
I know people say
Oh.
that doctors are the worst patients. Is that
Okay,
the
what
case for
illness
Baizhu
does
as
he
well?
have now?
Well, Baiju's case is a little complicated, and I don't want to give away any spoilers. So, travelers will have to check him out in-game
We can fix
to learn
him.
more about his story. So, zip, that's all you hear out of me.
Okay, well,
Okay.
no matter what happens, I just hope that he'll be able to take care of himself.
Me too. But besides his health, Baizhu also has some other troubles to worry about. For example, Director Hu will sometimes put up ads outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy to promote her funeral parlor. On top of that, poor
Yes,
little
Hu Tao.
Chi-Chi is terrified of Hu Tao. So there are some days where Baizhu really has his hands full.
Yeah, that does sound like something that Hu Tao would do.
As fate would have it, Baiju's master and the former director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor both studied together under the same master. But the two
Oh.
had differing views on the concepts of life and death and ended up going their separate ways. Their differences were passed down to their apprentices, which has led to Baizhu and Hu Tao's different views. In version 3.6,
Hey, that's kinda cool,
travelers
though.
will be able to play through Baiju's story quest
we're
to
getting
hear
a
some of
story
Baiju's inner
quest.
thoughts and
Nice.
learn more about this caring doctor.
Interesting. I can't wait to check it out.
I wonder if we're also going to
In
get a
his search
story.
for discovering new treatments and cures, Baizhu will often choose to test new medicines on himself. As you spend time with Baizhu in the field, you can make use of his
Ooh.
knowledge of herbs and interact with certain harvestable items.
Holy, that's actually
which will
really
heal
good.
your current
That's
active
actually really
character.
good healing.
So, since Baiju's a doctor, I think it's pretty safe to say that most of his combat abilities are focused on healing, right?
Does that heal the whole
That's right.
party though?
Baiju's treatment in battle is usually performed in 2 steps. Step 1 is to control a wandering sprite that cruises through the enemies and restores HP to his teammates.
Oh.
Step 2 is to create a shield. When the shield refreshes, ends, or is broken,
Okay,
not only
I'm
will it
actually
provide
might
healing,
be
but it
interested
will
in his
also
character
deal
then.
dendro damage to enemies. Baizhu believes that even in a difficult spot, as long as the diagnosis and treatment are done properly, lives can always be saved.
Sweet. Looks like we'll be able to
Going
try
on?
out some new team compositions with him in mind.
For sure. Well, all right, I
mean,
think
he
that's all
seems
we have
decent.
for Baizhu, so let's move on to our next playable character. I bet many
Kaveh.
travelers already know him well.
I'm glad you gave me a chance. I always think it takes people with similar tastes to sustain a pleasant conversation.
So what is it? A sentient suitcase?
Come at me! Breaking new ground!
can't believe his powers as a suitcase, man. Come on. I'm all here for it though. That is pure disrespect.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay. Did you see him make dendro cores explode on command? That'll be useful for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the toolbox, he has some cool accessories. I am jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm
Isn't
loving those animations. Super cool.
Aesthetic.
Okay, so since Kaveh has some connections with Dory, I'll introduce him. Kaveh is an architect and has this keen sense for beauty and the arts that he's developed ever since he was a child. Not to brag or anything, but his magnum opus is the Palace of Alcazarzaray, which is crazy coincidence where Dory lives.
Oh
and
wait,
his
I think we
designs
know
not
that
only
from
provide the
Dory,
required
right?
functionality, but
From her
also
voice
greatly
lines, yeah.
incorporate his own artistic taste, making them feel unique and noteworthy.
Well, he sounds like a genius, so he must be pretty successful.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't quite lead the life of success and carefree spending like you might imagine.
He's made some
it's actually
stupid
kind of the
decisions.
opposite. He hardly has enough mora to survive.
Mood.
Built a house on a
Okay,
withering
so
zone,
he's
by the
broke.
way.
Interesting. Why's that?
Well, it kind of comes down to Kaveh's personality. He's a very perceptive person, so he has this sensitive and delicate side to his character.
Very
He
unique.
also has a strong sense of empathy and can understand the emotions and thoughts of different people, which may actually be one of his sources of artistic inspiration.
He's an
For example,
aesthetic
when
troubled
someone is
by
trying to sell
reality.
something to Kaveh, all they have to do is make up some story about how the proceeds go to helping poor children, and he'll practically hand over his mora, like all of it.
Wow, what a nice but gullible guy.
Yeah. And on top of that, he doesn't limit himself with the cost of construction. I mean, take the Palace of Alcazarzaray as an example. Maybe only a real maniac architect like him, who doesn't care about the costs, could ever build something as amazing as that. So,
Yeah, I mean,
respect him
fair
for
point,
that.
innit?
Yeah, but it's probably these kinds of situations that have made him become roommates with I'll Hate Them.
But aren't I'll Hate Them and Kaveh polar opposites? We see them bicker all the time.
Definitely.
About what?
Well, Kaveh thinks that I'll Hate Them
Total
lacks
opposites.
feelings for others and always disagrees with his point of view. But like Anjali just said, Kaveh can understand how many people feel, but understanding doesn't always mean agreement.
Right. Yeah, I think we're starting to understand Kaveh's character a little better now. So next we can move on to some of his talents.
Yeah, tell us
Yeah,
about
for
his
sure.
suitcase.
As an architect, Kaveh can help everyone save some materials
That
when
makes
creating
sense.
furnishings, and his mapping abilities might come in handy during battle. As a unique and creative designer, Kaveh must always bring tools with him. His toolbox, named Marak, not only
It's a
provides
toolbox,
Kaveh with
not a
tools,
suitcase.
but also has many interesting uses. For example, Marak's
It's a
mapping
suitcase, I'm
ability
calling it a
allows him to
suitcase.
scan the battlefield, causing all dendro cores within a certain AoE to burst immediately.
Nice.
In addition to
Okay.
that, when Marak completely releases its energy, it converts Kaveh's attack damage to dendro damage and increases Kaveh's combat capabilities.
Okay.
Oh, so
You don't need to worry about triggering all those dendro cores at the same time. Kaveh won't be hurt by them. In fact, one of Kaveh's talents
Okay.
actually causes him to recover a set amount of HP when he takes damage
wow,
from
so
a
you don't have to
dendro
worry
core.
about being
It's
obliterated by
always
your own
good to have
dendro
a
cores.
reliable partner like that. Shang always gives Baizhu a lot of help too, you know.
Exactly. But Marak is pretty remarkable. It can even wield a sword for Kaveh.
That's a pretty awesome
Yeah,
toolbox.
bro, that is
I know, right?
disrespectful. Imagine just walking towards
okay,
your opponent,
so
not even
that should
holding
be
up your arms,
Just about everything we
walking
have for Kaveh.
menacingly.
How should I say this?
I'm running.
I think his character has more depth than we expected.
Well, he is a distinguished architect from the Nation of Wisdom, so we shouldn't underestimate him.
Yeah.
Kaveh will be appearing in the main event for version 3.6, so maybe we get
So-
some details about that next.
Is what I said
okay,
true that
okay,
his
I got this
suitcase
one.
is sentient?
Our main event for version 3.6
This is what I'm
is
interested
the
in.
Academia Extravaganza. In addition to the variety of celebrations, the event also serves as a chance for the 6 Darshans to compete. The extravaganza consists of 2 main parts.
I
the
thought we-
Wisdom
I
Gala
thought we were getting a
and the
free 5-star.
Inter-Darshan Championship. In the Wisdom Gala, the 6 Darshans have prepared
Oh,
6
these are all
corresponding
4-stars.
activities to show
Oh,
off
wait,
the
no.
style of each respective school.
I
As
don't
for
know.
the Inter-Darshan Championship, each of the Darshans will be selecting a single member to represent their school in a large competition.
These are Darshans. I see.
So maybe we can talk about some gameplay that travelers can expect to see. It sounds like we'll be getting a total of 6 different game modes this time. That's a lot.
Yeah. Each of the 6 Darshans will be compiling their research to provide fun mini-games for everyone to
The
enjoy.
last one's gonna be the Wanderer,
For example,
right?
Layla's Rudawahis Darshan will be setting up an astrolabe used for studying astrology at their booth. When travelers adjust
Okay.
the astrolabe to the appropriate height and angle,
God,
the
this
stars
is-
on the astrolabe will light up and form a pattern.
This
Look,
reminds
this
me of
time,
Mona's,
the pattern
like,
is a
puzzle.
cute little fungus.
Aw, that
Though
does
it's
look
probably
like
not going to be
fun.
as difficult as the Mona's
Here's
summer
another one.
event.
The scholars from KHAENRI'AH will have a game that displays their understanding of mechanisms and architecture.
Oh, God.
Travelers will learn how to use the least possible materials to build a road that meets certain requirements within a limited space.
Actually, this...
Ooh, I'm already getting a lot of ideas for this one.
Okay, wait, that could be pretty
It seems
fun.
travelers will have a lot of freedom to try whatever arrangements they can think of to reach those goals.
Uh-huh. Next is Vahumana. They're taking their booth pretty seriously. They will be holding an archaeological activity where travelers will use specialized equipment to detect relic replicas.
Okay, so
Travelers
search.
will have to carefully observe the surrounding environment as they search, and even eliminate external interference affecting the detectors to find the relic replicas.
Oh,
The,
well, this is
last,
all very
the
nice,
last one is
but,
definitely going to be
are
Wanderer,
there any
right? Since we
games
saw
where
him
won't
fighting
have to
with
go
everyone.
running around as much? I'm lazy.
Yes,
Hey,
there's
facts,
something
bro.
for everyone in these game modes. With this one, you can just relax and stay put while you listen to a story. But as you're listening, you also get to ask the storyteller some questions. If you're able to ask and uncover some key information, then you'll receive some clues to lead you to the truth of the story.
Very mysterious.
Oh, God. Okay.
Spontamod, on the other hand, is preparing a small combat experiment to put travelers' combat abilities to the test
Just be
within a
sleeping
set
away on
amount of
that one.
time. Of course, they'll kindly provide a variety of potions to help travelers overcome situations in the experiment.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Okay.
And last but not least is a little bionic experiment set up by Tainari's Amorta Darshan. Travelers will be able to control replicas of various creatures and command their movement according to a specific rhythm.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
That should be everything we have for the Wisdom Gala. So which Darshan's events are you all
Hey,
most
there's one
excited
more
about?
that you haven't
you know,
included.
Spontamod, because that's what I'm all about. Like combat and,
Okay, a
and
free
battle
throw-
and
throws
victory
on.
and never losing. Ever.
I'll take it.
Confident, are we?
Oh,
Crown,
Wow.
Crown of Insight as
I
well.
like the star
Nice.
one. I like stars. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm most excited to listen to a story because I think that's about my speed.
Oh, I
The
get
thing
that.
is,
And let's not forget that in addition to the Wisdom Gala, we still have the Inter-Darshan Championship.
look
This
at that
is a
one.
contest of wisdom and courage, and you won't want to miss seeing which Darshan is able to claim the title of champion.
Very cool. Oh, and there is one more thing to mention here. Layla's very own Hangout quest will be arriving with
Oh,
version 3.6,
okay.
so be sure not to miss it. Okay, that's all.
Yay, we get to hang out with Layla.
Awesome.
Layla.
Excited to check it out.
Okay, and
That's a good thing
our
we're getting
next
to
event will
learn more
also be
about the
taking place
character.
in Sumeru. Waynute activity has suddenly been on the rise, and the academia is dispatching researchers to respond to the problem.
This time, we'll be helping scholars clear the desert of obstructions,
Alright,
assemble the
just
Waynute Slayer
combat.
cannon, and repel the Wandering Waynute.
The Waynute Slayer Cannon, huh? Wow, yeah, that's quite the name.
I'm still
As
thinking
its
of it.
name
The last one
implies,
is definitely
it's
going to be
very
the
effective
Wanderer.
against Waynute. Our task will be to clear out any monsters nearby and help with the preparations so the cannon can start attacking. I'm sure our travelers will be able to help handle the situation.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
we
yeah.
actually get to fight
we
the
also
massive
have
beast
one
in
other
the
event for
ground?
travelers to continue improving their
Hell
combat
yeah.
abilities. During the challenge, travelers will have to complete 3 consecutive combat rounds. During each round, the system will randomly activate 1 or more of 4 possible effects at set intervals of time.
Oh, so I guess it's safe to say that no 2 rounds will play the same.
I guess not.
Yeah. If the buff you receive happens to synergize with your team composition, then your team will really start to shine. I personally think it's interesting to have these random elements added to the challenge. I feel like it'll bring some fun surprises to
we've
the
always
gameplay.
had something similar to this, haven't we?
And these buff effects are all pretty powerful. The travelers should
Have we had
definitely
this
try
event
some
before?
different team
I'm
combinations
pretty sure we have.
and see what synergies they can come up with.
Yeah, we've definitely
And
had this
also,
event.
the Overflowing Mastery event will be returning once again with double drops for a limited
As
time
always.
to help travelers keep leveling up their characters.
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, there will be one more event taking place in an all-new area. So first,
New
I
area?
think we should reveal the new area.
No, but before we do
Ooh.
that, let's take a quick break and give another redemption
Okay.
code.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Oh, but one more note, we'll have some info regarding new artifact sets during the break, so be sure not to miss that.
Oh, and we got new artifacts. Okay. Oh, these are these. The Nymph's Dream. Hydro damage bonus 15%. Plunging attacks, elemental skills, and elemental bursts exist independently. I'm too dumb to figure that out, so I'll let someone else say it. Two-piece... Okay, never mind.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we are back and ready to show an all-new area being added to the game.
That's right, and I hope you're all as excited as we are. This area is located deep in the desert, in the northwest
I like
of
the
the desert of
crystal-looking
Hadramaveth.
things, though.
According to legends, it was one of the main rifts that monsters were emerging from during the KHAENRI'AH disaster 500 years ago.
Oh,
And
shit.
the site of a battlefield
KHAENRI'AH?
where God suppressed the power of the abyss.
Ew,
Although
that
it was
is
originally
big.
desert, the ecological system has completely changed due to the power of the abyss, and it has become a large, uninhabited area of
I wonder if
swamps
we're
and
going to see one of
wastelands.
those needles
So, you're
from
saying that we
Celestia.
might be able to uncover some buried secrets about KHAENRI'AH there? On second thought, it kinda sounds like it might be dangerous.
Hell no, we're going.
Luckily, we have some little helpers to assist us in our search. There will be
Huh?
a Pari named Sorush waiting for us that will lend us its abilities,
So
allowing
cute.
travelers to freely fly across parts of the area and access some locations that would be impossible on foot.
Wait, we'll be able to fly around now?
Yeah,
we've got the
this
Wanderer,
will
we
be
can do
your
that
chance
anyway.
to fulfill your dream, Zach.
Yes!
After helping Sorush recover its power, there will be a small event for travelers to help it continue its training. We will
Can we-
guide Sorush to drive away
can we
enemies,
get it as a pet, though?
conduct speed training, and complete puzzles, so be sure to check it out.
It looks so
Travelers
cute,
may
though.
also encounter a new enemy during their journey in version 3.6,
Ooh.
the Iniquitous Baptist.
He reminds
Its
me
abilities
of the
include using
Wanderer with
multiple
having
elements in
the...
battle and creating
yeah.
shields for corresponding elements to reduce damage. It
Okay.
definitely looks like it'll be a formidable enemy.
That's not all. We have two more interesting enemies that travelers will encounter. The Animo and Hydro Hilly-Churl
I was about to say, they
roads.
look like hilly
These
churls.
Hilly-Churls are wandering across Teyvat
And they
do
built.
not belong to any particular Hilly-Churl tribe. Sometimes they assist other Hilly-Churls or tribes in need of help.
Ah.
And they also have a unique combat style.
Yo, they're built
Even
different.
though it seems this place is full of new dangers, that still won't stop the traveler from bringing new hope to the region. Some clues related to KHAENRI'AH are also waiting to be uncovered here,
Thank
so
God.
it's definitely worth exploring. And last but not least, in version 3.6, the legendary Dragon of Verdure, Apep, will
Yeah,
appear.
we saw
The
this.
Dragon of Verdure was once an emerald green dragon that ruled Sumeru,
That looks
but its
so
color later
good.
changed to that of yellow sand. Recently, it seems to be suffering from some kind of illness. Travelers will be making their way
Reminds
to
me
the
of the,
Dendro Dragon's
the
habitat
final
to
boss
face
in
it
Elden
battle,
Ring.
so we must be very careful.
Don't know
The
why.
battle will be split into 3 phases. An interesting part to take note of is that in the second phase of the fight,
Yo, that
travelers
is
will need
so
to protect
cool.
the Dendro Dragon from monsters in order to prevent the dragon's illness from getting any worse.
Ah.
That's different.
That's actually...
Yes, and in
Hey,
the
that's
third
nice.
phase, the Dendro Dragon will unleash some extremely powerful attacks, so travelers will need to be careful to avoid those.
Oh, yeah.
At this
Hey,
point,
this is a
we
cool
don't know
concept.
what the Dendro Dragon has been through and what exactly caused it to change into its current twisted form. Perhaps we'll get some more answers after we've faced it in battle.
Yeah.
The dragon has a close connection with Sumeru's history and gods. Going into its lair and determining what's causing its current condition is an important task and will be helpful to the entire nation of Sumeru. So,
Well,
if
it's
you'd
probably
like
gonna-
to learn more about the
it's
Dendro
probably gonna be
Dragon,
with the
then be sure to
KHAENRI'AH
check out
Hall.
Chapter 2 of Nahida's Story Quest.
Oh, for
Let's
sure.
go!
I think there'll be a lot of interesting things for travelers to
Oh,
learn
let's
in this one.
bloody
So be
go,
sure to
hell
look forward
yeah.
to it.
Absolutely. And
Always
that's
down to get
about
more
all
Nahida
we
lore.
have for new content in the upcoming version. But before we wrap things up, we have an announcement regarding
Okay,
Genshin Impact's music. The second
Oh.
album for the Sumeru region, titled
Nice.
The Unfathomable Sand Dunes, will also be releasing soon.
I mean,
Oh,
Genshin
nice.
Genshin music
I
is
love
always a
the
win.
Sumeru region music.
I do
Yeah.
too. This album is comprised of 3 discs, compiling all the original music that the Hoyo Mix team created
I'm really
for
excited
the
for
Sumeru
this
region,
version.
spanning versions 3.1 to 3.6.
That boss looks
Okay, this
so
is super
good
cool.
though.
I'm super
Oh, heck
excited.
yeah.
Be sure and pick that up.
I'm hyped.
Right, so let's watch
So
a
am I.
trailer of the new OST and give our final redemption code of the day.
It's just Sumeru music slapping. You just honestly cannot go wrong with music. Honestly, you just cannot go wrong with Genshin Impact music. Yeah,
Be a lot to enjoy in the new version.
I know, right?
Yeah.
yeah, there's,
You know what?
there's quite
I'm
a bit.
looking forward to spending more time with Nahida in her new story quest chapter, and
definitely.
confronting the new Dendro dragon.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I'm super happy to have gotten to come on this special program today. It was my first time. This is so cool. And also that trailer was so cool.
Ah, so
Definitely.
It was.
I'm gonna have to
I think
watch
it's
the
really
first
cool
part of it again
that
because I
people
missed
will
it.
get to discover more about Baizhu, and that there's more to him than just the man who works at the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
It's got layers.
True. True that.
Never go wrong with that
I'm
name.
looking forward to the new area, new playables, and of course,
Yeah.
the Academia extravaganza.
God, I really have to
Super,
catch up on the
super
new
fun.
desert zone then.
But yeah, this is the end of the special program. It's been so great hanging with you guys.
God.
Yeah,
I am excited though. There's a
Thank
lot
you for having
to
me
get
again.
done.
Of course, this is the end. I'll see you guys all in game.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Wow, okay, so that was a lot. But the things I'm most excited for is the new area, like always. Nahida's story quest, which did not expect that. We're getting Baizhu's story quest. I can't remember, did they say Kaveh's getting a story quest? I don't think they did. We got Layla's hangout event. We got the new boss, which is super exciting. And then we've got the Deshawn event, which the last one is definitely going to be Wanderer since they showed him fighting. And in the new area, we get to learn more about KHAENRI'AH, which is very nice. Hopefully it's not just like, oh yeah, something bad happened here, KHAENRI'AH. Hopefully it gives us actual good lore, since we have been waiting and it looks important. And most likely we are going to find one of those like big needles, like we always do in like KHAENRI'AH related areas. But no, super excited. Version 3.6 is very packed. Yeah, that's going to be very good content for a while.